So here's my old Fender Vibratone taken apart, which has been at the top of my stairs for like a decade if you've come to my shop. To take it apart, there's just 4 screws on the sides that you have to take off, and then you can release the front panel. The older ones might have been different, but that's how this one works. And then this will be inside. This is the rotor assembly, and you have to kind of finagle it and pull it out sideways a bit after disconnecting the plug. There's a plug on these wires from the electrical box. And so what it is this is a foam baffle rotor that has a speaker. Let's see if we can get some light on there. You can see the speaker behind there. There's the speaker cone right there. And you can see there's a cable which turns the rotor, and you can see it's got these cutout in it. So the sound from the speaker just comes out of this cutout and goes around and around whichever way it's pointing. I pulled it apart to lube it and stuff. There's a there's a piece of felt in there that you have to oil, put like 10 drops of oil on it. There's another piece of felt on the other side, which you probably can't see. This is the motor assembly. There are actually 2 motors in here. Here's the big one, and you can see it has this wheel, so I believe that's the high-speed motor. And in the front of it is this low-speed motor, and when this one is engaged, it pushes in and spins around. I don't know if I can do that manually, but oh yeah, it spins around. You can see it moves the big one by pushing up against this like a flywheel, and that makes it go slow when the little one is going. That's got an oil hole in it there. There's another oil hole on the other side of the motor. There's also supposedly some felt pads on the big motor, but I couldn't really get to them, so I just dripped oil down onto the spindle and let it soak in and rotated it. Also cleaned everything up. There was a noise when it was rotating, which seems to have gone away a bit. So you can kind of hear it. There's a little rattle, and I can't figure out what the rattle is because this rotor does not seem to be hollow. Anyway, we'll power it up and see what happens. Forgot to show the other side of this board. You can see the speaker is mounted. It's a regular Fender special design speaker, and it's mounted with a whole bunch of insulation around it for dampening. I guess they don't want a lot of sound to come out of the back of the speaker. And there's also a manual. And this is the back that you'll see. It's normally open, and there's the plug that we're going to plug into the electrical box. Also, you can see there's some holes in this, so it basically just screws in. But there was only like 3 screws holding it in. There's one at the bottom. So I'm going to maybe put another screw in to make it a little stronger. This is what I meant about finagling to get it in and out. It's got these wood blocks that mounts the back panel on. So it's kind of hard to fit this baffle board through there. So putting in or pulling out this side first and putting it in last gives you a better angle to get the motor by there, but it's still a tight fit. So I'll put the video down and see if I can get it mounted in there again. Laying it down on its front allows you to get better access to the screws that hold the baffle board in. There's one here. Put a new one in here. One at the top, at this side. So there's 4 screws in there. That's all they put in. So I'm just going to leave it like that. And laying it down in its front makes it a lot easier to put in. Also using an extended screwdriver like this one makes it easier to reach because it's way down there. I can't get the drill in there, but I can get this sucker in there. It's very hard to turn though. Here's the data plaque on it. You could probably figure out what year it was made from the serial number. So here now we've got the back screwed in nice and tight. This is the back. And here's the plug that we have to plug back in. It's like a tube socket in there. If I can get it lined up. There it goes. Should also clean them up with some spray cleaner lube. I'll do that and plug it in again. And here's how you turn it on and off. There's a fuse, and this is what connects to the pedal that controls it. So the way the Leslie hooks up to your amp is it has this pedal with a whole bunch of wires on it, one of which takes the output of your amplifier. So you plug it into your amp head where you normally have your speaker connected, pull out the old speaker wire, plug that in, and then it has another wire that comes from it, which you plug your old speaker into. And so that way, this can switch between the Leslie as your speaker or your stock speaker. And actually it uses both of them, as I'll show you when you choose the Leslie, because there's actually a crossover in there which will send the highs and lows to the Leslie and the mids to your other amplifier. Then there's a weird connector here. And then the other wire that comes out of it actually goes to the Leslie. So this will send your speaker sound and your two motor controls for the high speed and low speed. And that again is like a tube socket that I've cleaned, and I will plug it in if I can figure out the right way to get it. Gotta be one of these ways. There it goes. Okay. So then what happens is we will turn it on. Light comes on, and you will see the rotor spinning. Let's get some light on the subject. Sorry about that. So now the low speed motor is running, which is the big one, and oh no, it's the small one. The small one is running, which pushes up against the flywheel and turns the big motor slowly. You can hear that rattling. It's not terrible, but you can hear it. It's really weird. There's something loose inside there, as far as I can tell. And then the controller has a, this turns the Leslie, sends the signal to the Leslie on or off. The Leslie's always spinning. This is the vibrato tremolo, and this will make it go fast when you press it. So we'll hit that, and there it goes. Now you can really hear that rattling, and you can see the small motor stop spinning. The big motor is doing all the work. And seems to be working okay. If you turn the Leslie off, it's still spinning fast because we got this side controlling the speed. And this side controls whether the speaker output goes just to the amplifier or to both of them, and I'll demonstrate that next. Okay, now I moved my Shure microphone in between the amps, so the left side should be the Fender amp and the right side should be the Vibratone, so you can hear the difference. Here's the foot switch. With the Leslie off, just hear the Fender amp. And when you hit the left button, it splits the signal, so the mid-range goes to the Fender and the highs and lows go to the vibraphone. Now the vibraphone is off, so it's not swirling. There's a separate on-off switch on the back. This just splits the signal. Seems to lose a little top end. So then if I turn the Leslie on, now it's rotating in there. And then if I hit the fast button, Put it just on one side, you can hear what it sounds like if you put a mic on just one side of the Leslie. So if you have two mics and you can mic it in stereo, that's your best bet. Turn this mic away so you can turn the amp away so you can hear just the Leslie better.